Did y'all see these crazy people? No kings. You know what you know how silly you gotta be to be doing a protest in the United States of America talking about no kings.
Hey!
What she did at a no kings rally, first of all, she's dumb. She don't understand history. I don't know how she's even a teacher. But then she's doing that and mocking the death of a person. Like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notifications anytime I go live. I'll make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Let's talk about the no kings foolery that happened over the weekend. And I think Speaker Johnson said it very clearly and articulated it like nobody else could. This is a publicity stunt. It coincided with the shutdown. And then they tried to hold the shutdown over to have this rally to try to galvanize their base. You guys are so out of control that you will never get the support that you think you deserve. You don't have anything to offer America. Who's running for president of 2028? Y'all trying to put up Gavin Newsom, who's a complete failure in California. What are you thinking? Y'all believe that men should beat up women in sports. What are you saying? Y'all have nothing to offer. What is your economic plan? Communism? Socialism? Mamdani is the leader of the future of the party of the Democrats. What are y'all saying? Y'all never get support from the average American. Y'all have no solutions to the problem. You have nothing. Y'all want endless immigration in this country. Terrorists, everybody coming to America. What are y'all saying? Y'all got y'all heads whooped by a 70-year-old man with a toupee. You're never going to win again. I want you to know that. And y'all can go and spit on each other and do a different version of a gay pride parade and think people are going to buy into it, but they're not doing it. We ain't buying it. We sick of y'all, to be quite honest. We sick of y'all. All y'all do is preach hate, evilness, deception. We sick of y'all. Let's get to some news clips. So Donald Trump obviously was on Air Force One and he had something to say about the No Kings protest. And I think it was good. Clip 2. I think he said something good. I think it was invaluable to be stated. And this is the commander in chief, our guy with reasonableness and a sound mind. Is what he said.
What's your response to the protests over the weekend, the No Kings protests?
I think it's a joke. I looked at the people. They're not representative of this country. And I looked at all the brand new signs paid for, I guess it was paid for by Soros and other radical left lunatics. It looks like it was. We're checking it out. The demonstrations were very small, very ineffective, and the people were whacked out. When you look at those people, those are not representative of the people of our country.
Mr. President, besides San Francisco...
By the way, I'm not a king. I'm not a king. I work my ass off to make our country great. That's all it is. I'm not a king at all.
And it's funny that the party that's calling people kings actually put up a presidential candidate and nobody voted for her. Nobody voted for Kamala Harris. They forced you to have her as a candidate. That's more king behavior than Donald Trump winning an election after running 3 times in a row. You guys can't be serious. Let's go to MSNBC because these people are complicit. They should lose their right to promote news evidence or news on the television because they're propagandists. They're not journalists. They're not promoting the truth. They literally posted a video trying to say that the No Kings rally was prolific, and they posted something from 2017. It was the Boston protest in 2017. How do they still have a license? And we know that it wasn't on accident. Do you think it was an accident? Think about it. When my team put together content, they had to get it from somewhere. So the question is, where did they get the footage from? If it wasn't from anybody at MSNBC, they weren't live coverage. They didn't source it from a helicopter footage of live coverage. Somebody went into the archive and got this footage and put it out. And then they go say, oh, I'm sorry. But y'all already put it out, and low information people are going to think they're going to run with it. Here's the proof. Roll it.
Fake news MSNBC got totally busted lying about the size of the No Kings rally.
Look at this. Millions of people across the country marching as we speak against the policies of President Trump. This is Boston. Look at that. We'll continue to follow these rallies throughout the day here on MSNBC. Wow.
It is Boston, but it's not October 18th, 2025. It's August 19th, 2017 at a totally different counter rally. So real footage, fake news.
And this is what they do. They're propagandists. This ain't that many people coming out against Donald Trump. Think about it for a second. Just real quick before we get to the next clip. Think about this for a second. Donald Trump won in a landslide after he had been called Hitler and everything else for I don't know how many. They indicted him. 34 felonies. I mean, all the stuff that January 6th, all the stuff that they did. And he still won by a landslide. Can you answer this? He still won by a landslide. Now, what make you think that somehow Donald Trump has lost support? Because what has he done outside of promoting peace? What has he done outside of, shutting down immigration and illegals coming into our country? What has he done besides help the economy grow? And yeah, there's some struggles with some of the tariffs, but at the same time, we believe that he's working towards something that's going to benefit the United States of America. Cutting taxes, all the things that we need in our country is what Donald Trump represents. And then you say, if he don't represent that, who is their representative? Who is their representative? Put the track record up against Trump versus anybody that they have on the table. All right, we got a couple more clips that I want to play. Here's clip 4 of the protesters who are evil, hateful, violent. And I'm going to show that teacher that got fired because she's a nut job making fun of Charlie Kirk. So if you want to participate, get you one of these shirts or one of these merch items, and your purchase will go towards the Kirk family. A lot of people say, well, they already rich. I'm pretty sure Charlie Kirk was a multimillionaire. But one thing that you guys don't realize is that once you are done with your life and you can't bring in income anymore, that's detrimental to a person's family. Charlie Kirk had a show that was tremendously successful. It's a dog-eat-dog world. They're not finna keep his show going. They're gonna cut his show after probably another week or so, and they're gonna put somebody else in that spot. You're talking millions of dollars coming into his family that's no longer there. Unrealized gains. Charlie Kirk probably would have wrote 40 more books. Charlie Kirk should have lived another 50 years. And his children and his wife are not going to have that unrealized gain from Charlie Kirk's legacy moving forward. So this is a contributing option for us that love him, that really love him, and that care about his family. This is a way that you can do it. Go to tatumstore.com, tatumstore.com. Well, let's go to clip 4, and let's roll the clip.
We got to grab a gun. We got to turn around the guns on this fascist system. These ICE agents got to get shot and wiped out. The state machinery, that's a full display right there, has to get wiped out.
I wish we had the clip of Don Lemonhead, because Don Lemon on his show said the same thing. They're literally calling for the death of government officials. You know, somebody went to January 6th and walked around the Capitol building taking selfies, and they got indicted and all kind of stuff. You got a guy that's calling for the death of ICE agents. Don Lemon on his show said that if you're an illegal alien, you need to go buy a gun. And that's what the Second Amendment is for. Going against ICE, you have a deportation order. What are we even talking about? Violence, vitriol, all of these things are what they represent. And I want to show that teacher real quick, because that nonsensical person, I want to call them other names, but I be thinking they suppress my videos when I say what I really think about these people. That's why we got to get a show on Rumble. Listen, this lady is a teacher at an elementary school, and she got her fat, nasty self at this protest mocking a man who got killed, who was an honorable man. And we got a school up here too. We're gonna put the school up there. I'm not saying talk crazy to the people, but let them know, especially if you live in Maryland. I think it's in Maryland somewhere. We got the details here on the thing. But if you live in her district, or this is somebody where your kid go to their school, I want you to call them or send them a peaceful email. No violence. We don't do the violence and stupidity on our side, but send them a crafted email to say this is reprehensible. I think they fired her, but that's not enough. Every teacher that go to their school need to know that this is unacceptable. Roll the clip.
Hey, Never heard of Ozempic, you fat ass?
He said, never heard of Ozempic. Now we should have a clip of with the number and the school on there. All right. So 773-535-2265. Now, don't call and be crazy, but just be reasonable. If you're a reasonable, rational person and you want to write an email to articulate very clearly how disturbing this is as a elementary teacher, then go ahead and give them a call and go ahead and send them an email, because they got to learn a lesson. This woman is teaching kids at an elementary school, and this is what she doing in public. Now, just imagine what she telling them kids at the school about Charlie Kirk. She ain't got no mask on her face. She openly doing this in front of everybody, so all her students who are watching social media will watch her go viral. Now, allegedly, they fired her. But every teacher, if you decide to write a call, tell them they better make sure not one teacher will ever do something like this again and have that mentality. You are not conditioned to teach students. If this woman was a conservative, and just say a leftist got injured or something, and a conservative was a teacher making fun of another person who got assassinated, that person shouldn't be a teacher. You're not mature enough to be a teacher. Y'all should be focusing on educating students and not being political activists that are stupid. You're not even just political. You're a stupid political activist. Do you study history? Donald Trump is nowhere near a king. We have the Supreme Court. He getting sued every 5 minutes. We have a Congress. They fighting him on every turn. We got the government shut down. How a king gonna let the government get shut down? What are y'all saying? According to y'all, he lost the election in 2020. How can a king lose an election? Y'all can't be this silly. But they are. I want y'all to know the difference between normal black people and foolish black people. There's a big difference. There's black people like me and others who have even if they don't agree with me, we have common sense. And then there's these black zombies that live out here that are a victim in every turn, and they're the most racist people that you know, hide behind their race to be racist against white people. Listen to what this fool said at a white person being at a rally, just like he at a rally. And this is what he had to say, wrote a clip.
You don't deserve to be here. You do not deserve to be here, bro. You're white men. Do you know? You're white men talking about women's issues. Why does our skin color matter? Your skin color allows you certain things that it does not allow me. You're not gonna invalidate me as a black man. I'm not. I am literally emasculated every fucking day. Do not invalidate me, bro. Stop. You cannot come to a park like this. It's for
You're invalidating me by saying that.
Oh, so you're the victim, right? So
you're the victim? Kicking me out of the park.
Yeah,
yes.
You don't deserve to be here. You do not deserve to be here, bro. You do not deserve to be here with these opinions, sir. No, you see how they talk to me first? You see how they talk to me first? You're yelling. You're yelling.
If you wasn't yelling and you was talking normal and calm, they wouldn't come at you first. They would come and say, what's the problem?
So you see, there's a smart one and a dumb one. Let's go back, play that clip, Nick, without the audio, and I want y'all to pay attention to the background. This dry mouth fool is saying all of this, and there's nothing but white people there. Do you see a black person in the crowd? Just look at the crowd. Look behind him. Do you see black people in the crowd? One, this kid is literally at a rally full of white people telling one white person that he don't belong there and making it about race and making it about him being a victim. You may be getting emasculated because of your hairdo, bro, and them glasses. You kind of look like you got a little sugar in the tank. That's your emasculation. Or you're emasculating yourself by being a victim when there's no victimhood to be had. And then the other brother come up and tell him, like, bro, if you wasn't acting a fool, maybe they'll treat you normal. I get so sick of these people doing this. Let me just make this point. I went on live just over the weekend and I made this point. I'll make it again here. It's very clear that black people, it's all people that make themselves to be victims, but I'm speaking for black people because this is the clip. black people that are victims, they feel inferior to white people. That's why they say what they say. I don't feel inferior to white people. So when white people say something, they're no different of an ignorant person when they say things that are ignorant. They're no different of an ignorant person than a black, a green, or orange, you name it. You're just an ignorant fool. What you say don't have power over me. But when you feel inferior to white people, whatever they say offend you. So if a white person say, hey, you don't belong here, you get offended because you think you are inferior to them and they have superior, context in the situation. And therefore what they say have meaning to it. All right, last video on the topic was a white man telling another smart black man that he's oppressed. Y'all white liberals, man. This is clip 4B. Y'all white liberals are crazy to me. Y'all do a really good job at telling black people how they should live. Y'all, what they don't understand is that when they say black people are oppressed, and there's no black people out there except him, right? Look at all these white folks. They out here virtue signaling for the black man. Black people are oppressed. We need to give them rights. That's offensive to real black people. When you out here talking about we victims, that's offensive. When you out here talking about the white man is better than us and the white man can do things that we can't do, that's offensive to black people with common sense. But they don't have any black friends. They just virtue signaling. Roll the clip.
Power structures. And you are very well able to... Give me a minute. You are very well able to serve structures that oppress you and step on you. You are not immune.
Oppressed.
Yes.
How?
Bro, like there's cops all over the place. We live in the United States of America.
So what does that mean? I should feel sad about that?
Hey,
aren't you trying to
What would they do to you if you had...
Aren't you trying to impress your own dark narcissism onto me?
No. I'm not trying to do anything to you.
How? You said I should be like,
no,
I feel bad about being in America as a black man.
No. I feel you should be bad about being part of Turning Point USA as a black man.
Why?
Because they're a racist organization.
How?
Because they are founded by a group of racists.
How? I've been with Turning Point since 2018.
Yeah.
How can I help create something that is racist against me?
Black people helped create America, didn't they?
I mean, haven't we seen the largest black exodus from Democrats? Isn't that because of Turning Point? So
No.
is Turning Point giving black Americans a voice?
I think that's because of the failure of the Democrats.
Aren't we helping wake them up?
No. You're just keeping them asleep. It's a different
So how are
dream.
you going to get black people back on your side?
Revolution.
So you think they're going to be appeased by this as opposed to this?
I'm not trying to appease anybody.
I have a family. I'm a father.
Yeah.
I look clean.
Yeah.
You are with people who have shirts with Luigi Mangione.
Yeah, based.
Someone who killed. So you think you support Luigi as well?
Oh, yeah. Wholeheartedly and absolutely.
Why?
Huh? Well, because of what he did.
These people are crazy. And they cry about ICE having masks, and they have masks on. I can't go to none of these events. I'm beating these people up when I see them. I'm telling you. I better not go to an event, and I'm going to beat them up. I no more of that running around doing it. I'm beating them up. That's what's going to happen to them. I'm going to beat these people up if they confront me with anything. I'm beating them up. I'm not being nice no more. The Turning Point, I'm telling you right now, don't put me in an event unless you can block NT because I'm beating these people up this time. I'm not going to push. I'm not doing that. I'm knocking them out on sight. I'm sick of these people. They got masks on and they're assaulting people. They're going to be laying out in the street. I promise you. And that's a promise. I'm sick of these people. They're evil. They want to kill us. Talking about he support Mangione. That dude killed another person. Shot him in the back because he don't like healthcare. Like the CEO of United Healthcare ain't got nothing to do with your grief. The dude is just the CEO. They hire and they fire CEOs. The company is the apparatus that's doing whatever they're doing. A CEO is not going to come into a Fortune 500 company and just completely overhaul what they're doing. No, he's going to have to come in and fit into the mold of what the shareholders and everybody want for the company. That dude is a placeholder. And you go and shoot the man in the back. He got a family and everything. Because you got some beef with. They'll do the same thing with climate change if they could. They kill Charlie. This is what they think. And we just let them get away. Now, in that situation, there was no violence, right? But I'm saying if they get to trying to throw your table over and take stuff off you, I'm whooping these people. No more nice guy. I'm telling you. You come grab some off my table, I'm going to defend my table, and I'm going to defend the people here. I'm not playing that game with y'all no more. Y'all are lucky that we were at that Turning Point event, and I was like, I don't want Turning Point to look bad. But you little non-binaries hitting people and throwing rocks and spitting on people, I swear, God is my witness, I'm not putting up with it. I'm not putting up with it.